I'm looking forward to sharing this with you. Steven Wilson Jr. currently on tour throughout the rest of the year and into 2025. He has a double album. It's called Son of Dad, and he just released an acoustic version of Stand By Me. You can stream that, and you can buy it wherever you get your music. You can also find tickets and more information about Steven at StevenWilsonJr.com. He came in, this was last week, that we had him in on a Monday. He had just done a show in Boston. He was going to do a show Tuesday night in New York City. And I had been following him, kind of obsessing with him for a month, 6 weeks. And I said, would you come in? And he said, yes. So they stopped in on their way to New York. And after the show on Monday, we taped it. And he started out with a song. It's called Father, Son. And here is Steven Wilson Jr.
He was named by my grandma, she got it from the Bible. And he passed it on to me like granddaddy's rifle. Raised me up like sweet corn, created a disciple. I fought it like hell, he became a rival. I tried to be different, trying to go against the grain. Didn't make no difference, I just ended up the same. I've never known better, yeah. 'Cause every bone's tethered. You wanna change my name, gotta drain my blood. Goddamn, I am my father's son. Yeah, I left town just to get out of his shadow. And he'd send me a 20 just to get back on the saddle. I put up a good fight, but I didn't win the battle. Guess a tree don't grow very far from the apple. I've never known better, yeah. 'Cause every bone's tethered. You wanna change my name, gotta drain my blood. Goddamn, I am my father's son. I am my father's son. I wear his blue jean jacket and his name like a badge of honor. I used to hate being called Junior, but I don't mind any longer. I've never known better, yeah. 'Cause every bone's tethered. You wanna change my name, gotta drain my blood. 'Cause everything I am's everything he was. Goddamn, I am my father's son. I am my father's son. I am my father's son.
father, son. It's the album is Son of Dad. What are you running from in that song? Why are you running?
Like running from
Your dad, his name, legacy.
Well, I'm a junior, Dan. With that comes a big shadow. So I grew up in my dad's shadow. He was my best friend and my corner man, my champion, and it was a very comfortable shadow to live in. He had a really big personality, and really everybody knew him and nobody knew me. I was just his boy, and I was really good with that, to be honest. I was a very quiet kid, and when he died, that shadow was gone, and the light was all on me. So I had to kind of figure out who I was in all of that. I'm Stephen Wilson Jr. The junior is very important, especially in the sport of boxing. My dad was a fighter. I was a fighter, and like junior is like you're an appendage of your father's legacy. You're carrying your father on your shoulders in the ring, out of the ring, and I carry him on my shoulders on stage. And there's a bit of a running away from him was trying to figure out who I am. I wasn't trying to get away from him.
To figure out yourself to go back.
Exactly. And a bit of a prodigal son kind of thing going on there. But like losing him brought me back or helped me find myself. And this whole record, Son of Dad, was an exploration process into figuring out who this guy is.
But you talk about boxing. Is there any comparison, correlation of getting on stage to getting in a boxing ring?
Absolutely. Because I was very quiet. My dad threw me in a ring at like age 7 and had me fighting kids, and then eventually I ended up fighting adults. And I think my dad didn't really know what to do with me because I was a lot different than him. I had his eyes and his name. But other than that, I was like nerdy, academic. But I think him teaching me to box early he was preparing me for the world, I think, because I think he knew I was going to be exposed to a lot of heat. And
this is a business you got to fight.
Exactly.
I mean, you're on the undercard in a lot of these places you go to.
Absolutely. And my dad was a showman. Like I remember him going out before he would fight and say, "I'm going to put on a show for these people." My first stage was a boxing ring. It wasn't a stage at all. And that's where I learned to be in front of people as a shy kid. And once you fight a man, like I fought in the Golden Gloves and all that stuff. And once you start fighting men, it's a totally different thing. Like it's like a pressure cooker turned up to 11, and playing in front of 40,000 people or 20,000, whatever that is. That's a huge thing for a shy kid like me. But it ain't fighting another man in front of a bunch of people. So if fighting in the Golden Gloves was an 11, that show was maybe an 8. So I can easily I can handle an 11. I can easily handle an 8. So my dad set the bar so high for me for what I could handle. He literally told me if you can fight another man for three rounds, you can do anything. Like literally, there's very little on planet Earth that you can't do after that. And I think if he just had to prove it to me and allow me to prove it to myself that I could do it.
When you listen to the album, you can hear the love and admiration you have for your dad. And he passed away 6 years ago. He was 59 at the time. I want you to play one more song, and I think people are really going to get a grasp of what your father meant to you. But is that guitar going to hold up?
It might or might not. It's held together by the bonds of masking tape and
How would you
drawings.
describe that? This is on TV, but also on radio. It's Willie Nelson has Trigger.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean,
this is and Willie Nelson's my hero as a guitar player, singer, and songwriter. He's the GOAT. I learned how to play a lot of guitar from him because he plays classical nylons, or we call them gut strings, with a pick, which is not very common. And he plays through an amp, not very common either. I basically steal everything from Willie.
That's okay. You're not alone.
Yeah, and this guitar, because I play with a pick, it destroys it. These are meant to be played with your fingers, and they're designed to be played like that, not like this. So this just shovels away, and there's like piles of sawdust on the floor after each show, and as I literally leave my guitar behind every show. Like there's like pieces of its DNA on stage every night, and I personally like that better than preserving this guitar forever or whatever it is. I think guitars are meant to be played, not hung up on a wall and treasured, and I think this is what this guitar is meant to be doing, is just shedding itself on stage every night, and this is what it looks like after.
Once again, the double album is Son of Dad, and you just released an acoustic cover of Stand By Me, Benny King. Came out in the early 60s, I believe, that cover song. And you can find tickets, more information about Stephen at StephenWilsonJr.com. That's PH, Stephen with a PH, Wilson.
Like the volleyball.
Like the volleyball, yes.
And Junior like Dale Earnhardt.
Oh.
That's another helpful.
And what's interesting about when my brother sent me a link to Stand By Me and then another song called I'm a Song, he said this I'm a Song might be the best song I've ever heard. And so I sent it to Seton immediately, and Seton goes, I've played it five times in a row now. And then he started sending it to people. I've been sending it to people. And then when I realized you were in Massachusetts coming through to New York, and I thought it'd be great to have you come in. So,
well, thank you so much, Dan.
Yeah.
It really means a lot the kind words that you all said on the air. I was really just
well, I thought I'd be doing
it.
a disservice to my audience if I didn't let them hear what I heard.
Oh.
Because, and the I'm a Song is a powerful, powerful song. And anybody who's lost their dad, you can't help hear this and then stop unhearing it. Like it's just there. And I love the songwriting. That's what stood out.
It was my dad's favorite song of mine. He saw me play it at Bluebird Cafe.
In Nashville.
Yeah, in Nashville, which is a little songwriting cafe. And he recorded it on his iPhone because there was no recording of it. I didn't have a demo of it to send him. And so he would listen to it over and over on his phone from a video recording that he got at Bluebird Cafe. And one night we were watching fights, and we just got back from a tractor pull. And for some reason, and this was just a few months before he died, we didn't know he was going to die, and neither did he.
And you played it at his funeral.
I did, and because in that conversation while we were watching fights, he just stopped and said, hey, you know that song you played at Bluebird Cafe, I'm a Song? Because he remembered the title and everything, and I was like, yeah. He's like, that's my favorite song, Stephen. And I was like, oh, cool, well, thank you, you're biased. And he's like, no, I need you to listen to me. It's my favorite song ever. And, I just had to, kind of choke back some tears and look at that left hook, I'd change the subject real quick. And that really stuck with me. So when he died, I only knew that was the only way I could think to honor him was to play that song at his funeral. And it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. But I did it, and I did it for him. And I didn't play that song for years. I couldn't after that day. And when I released Son of Dad, the album, release being the operative word, this one came back. And I feel like this song is my dad, because he was a song. He really was. And this is called I'm a Song.
I'm a show in San Antonio, middle of the rodeo. Daddy's hand that you used to hold when you'd walk back to the car. I'm the sound of the county fair, Ferris wheel kisses high up in the air. A sip of brandy when your soul is bare and you need to share your heart. I'm the words that'll hit hit you, that'll get you where you're going, so you never go there alone. I'm the melody glued to the memory that you can't shake when it comes on. I'm the part of you that you listen to riding in the radio all night long. I'm a song. Whoa, whoa, I'm a song. I was there the day you learned to drive, the first time that you got high. I even helped you realize that she wasn't right for you. You fall down, I pick you up again. I helped a boy become a man. When your best friend died, I helped you cry and finally turn him loose. I'm the words that'll hit you, that'll get you where you're going, so you never go there alone. I'm the melody glued to the memory that you can't shake when it comes on. I'm the party that you listen to riding in the radio all night long. I'm a song. Whoa, whoa, I'm a song. You listen to riding in the radio all night long. I'm the words that'll hit you, that'll get you where you're going, so you never go there alone. I'm the melody glued to the memory that you can't shake when it comes on. I'm the part of you that you listen to riding in the radio all night long. I'm a song. Whoa. Song. Whoa, whoa, I'm a 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 song. I'm a song. I'm a song.
Heavy. Heavy.
It can be at times. It's a hard one sometimes for me to get through.
You cry during performances?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're on stage?
I try not to.
Yeah.
Everybody else cries, so I get to as well. I don't try to. I don't want to. But sometimes it just happens, and I'm done fighting it.
The album, it's a double album. It's called Son of Dad. It's Steven Wilson Jr. He's on tour, and you can find more information. Also tickets, Steven with a PH, WilsonJr.com.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you for coming in, and
Thank you, Dan.
Good luck on the road. So when you get big, you go to the Grammys and all of that.
Oh, Lord.
Don't be afraid to shout us out, I mean, just a
Hey.
simple little, I hold this up. I want to thank the Dan Patrick Show.
Yes, sir. I will.
I want to thank my dad and the Dan Patrick Show.
Yeah.
You can do it in that order. And the Bluebird if you want to.
Yeah, I thank my dad and my publicist, Dan Patrick, for...
Yes. I mean, is that asking too much?
I don't think so. Thank you, Dan. For
PH.
real. Thank you for the kindest words.
Hey.
And your time.
Once again,
I'm humbled.
it hit me, and I wanted to share. So this audience is loyal, and that's what I love about it. I want them to know and share what I'm sharing with my brother, with Seton, and now with them. So before I start to cry, get out of here, and good luck on the road, and thank you again.
Me and you both. Thank you, Dan. God bless you.